Okay. Also, I'm often asked, in fact, I had asked yesterday by the lady I did a 2.5 hour consult on, and she talks about soy. She said, well, Ron, what's the deal about soy? I thought it was good. Well, we used to think it was good because soy is a weak estrogen. So what happens is you have the estrogen receptor, and when you have estrogen access that receptor, it produces an estrogenic effect, wherever it might be, inside the cell, wherever it might be, okay? Now, the reason we used soy was that actually the soy is a weak estrogen. It would get on that receptor and it would stay there. And so then your high estrogen level out here couldn't get the response by going to that receptor. So now, getting away from that, kind of doing a reverse on that, my thing was, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to take soy? And soy can also impact your thyroid. So it's not a good thing to do that. So don't think, in my opinion, don't think that we're going to get whatever this little action is, get some genistein or whatever it might be, and we're going to concentrate this and we're going to give it to you, and that's going to help you. Don't do that, folks. Just everything in moderation. If you want to eat some soy, eat it, but don't do it like to excess. I talk about an example of that, I think, is using fish oil. And one time I was at a seminar, and one of the speakers asked the question. There's about 300 pharmacists and doctors and nutritionists in the audience. And this guy asked the question. He says, what's the normal dose for your EPA, DHEA fish oil? Well, we all know that. It's about 3,000 milligrams a day of the combination. So he said, now let me ask you, he said, do you know how much fish you would have to eat to get that 3,000 milligrams a day? And I never asked that question before. And he said, well, let me tell you what, it would take you eating 16.2 pounds of fish every day to get that much fish oil. He said, now does that make sense to you? Well, obviously not. So he says, okay, what if it's just 1/4 that? 4 pounds of fish a day, is that what you're supposed to do? So when I heard that as a nutritionist, I came back and I changed my recommendation. So I recommend you do this. Get the highest and most concentrated fish oil and the cleanest that you can get. So what you want to do is go into a pharmacy someplace, not Costco, not Walmart. You got to go to a good place that's good supplements. And what you want to do is buy the most expensive thing they have. And if you can't find that, go on the internet and find it. But you want to get the best fish oil. And then take 2 capsules a week. Now that $50 fish oil will last you 6 months if you do that. So don't concentrate stuff. Just eat good food, and the same thing with soy. Don't eat a lot of soy.